Alright, so today we're going to talk about phase shift. Now when you hear phase shift, just think horizontal shift, same thing. So given our original function, I'm going to talk about cosine, but sine and cosine are going to be the same in terms of how they respond to the symbols. We know amplitude, this tells us our period change, this tells us our phase shift or horizontal shift, and this will be our vertical shift. So what we're going to do is just pay attention to the plus 3 pi over 2. And if you notice how we have this minus h here, remember that minus makes it seem to move the opposite of what we would think. So if we have minus pi, we're actually going to move right pi. If we have plus 3 pi over 2, we're actually going to move left a distance of 3 pi over 2. So it's kind of opposite of what we would think. So here's my parent function for cosine. And now what's going to happen if I take cosine and I move this left a distance of 3 pi over 2. Now what I'm doing is I'm moving every single point technically. And so what I would do is I would just pick one point. So I'm going to start where cosine normally starts, which is at the maximum. And I'm going to move this technically a distance of 3 tick marks, because moving left a distance of 3 pi over 2 is 3 tick marks. And so my new maximum is going to occur here at negative 3 pi over 2. From there, I just finish graphing on every tick mark the pattern for cosine. So cosine starts at the maximum, I come down my next tick mark at midline, my next tick mark at the minimum, back to midline, back to max, midline, min, midline. And then as I go the other way, maximum, midline. And so what's going to happen here is if I can connect these well, what you'll see is that actually the cosine function being taken off the board and shifted a distance of 3 tick marks, or 3 pi over 2 to the left. Notice how it is actually just our sine function. Our sine function starts at the midline and we go up to our maximum. And so it's kind of funny that the cosine function shifted a distance left of 3 pi over 2, then it becomes the sine function.